guys, so I'm back with a new video and let's talk about the first Omen. So I'm just gonna get things out of the way. I know I'm gonna be criticized once again for not watching the original film. So yeah, I did not watch the original Omen film. I do know like the basics and I know the characters, and obviously it is like a classic and it's really difficult to get away from it. So just like with The Exorcist or Ghostbusters, I know about the film. I know enough to like understand this one and get some of the little details and like some Easter eggs, but I did not watch the original. So if you don't like when people watch the new ones and they don't watch the original films, just click out of the video already, because I've got some criticism before because of that. I get it, but I just didn't have time before the screening for the new one. So here I am to talk about the new film. Besides that, I figured because this is a prequel, you shouldn't necessarily need to watch the original. Obviously, you will get more out of it, maybe some characters or some little details will mean more to you if you've watched the original one. But this is a prequel, so it should make sense on its own, and then ending on a note that transitions to like the first film, like the original one. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, I gotta say that I was excited about this film. I watched the first teaser trailer and it looked amazing. Honestly, I was pretty hyped because that first teaser trailer was creepy and it was pretty well executed. The film looked good. It was pretty short, didn't show a lot. So yeah, I was excited. So I went into this one with sort of high expectations, even without seeing the original one. I don't know if that was a good thing or a bad thing, but I was excited. I guess that's all I have to say before getting into my review. So yeah, let's get onto the video. Before I give you my thoughts, I'm gonna give you like a brief summary of the film. Obviously this has like if you've seen the original film or the other films, you will know like basically what this one is about. But this particular film follows an American girl that goes to Rome to begin her life of service for the church. And when she gets there, she realizes like the place has some dark secrets. And yeah, this one, I'll get more into it, but the plot is pretty similar to another film that I've seen recently. If you've seen the film, you know which one I'm talking about, but I'll get to it. In terms of cast, like the main actress of this one got me really excited as well. So this one stars Nell Tiger-Free, who you might know from the series Servant. And if you've seen that series, you know that it's pretty creepy and she plays like a really like particular character, and I thought she would be really good in this film. Spoiler alert, she is. So that alone, that in the trailer got me pretty excited about the film. But this one also stars Ralph Ineson, Sonia Braga, and Bill Nye. So yeah, a few familiar faces, but I gotta be honest, like Nell Tiger-Free like looked like she would be the standout of the film. Post that, let's get to my thoughts. So, as I said, I didn't see the original, so I can't fully compare it to that one or any of the other ones, because there are a ton of the Omen films. Like, I think there are like 10, 11 or 12, something like that. There are a lot. But one thing I know and I could like see in this film that I can compare to the original is the setting. This film looks like it was made in the 70s, so it ties with the original one, which was released in the 70s. And on one hand, I can appreciate that. I think obviously it makes sense, this being a prequel. It should look like if it's in the same time, like in the same period. So it can work out like you watching this one and then watching the original one, the first one. I think obviously you would notice the difference, but they tried to make this one look like it was set and it was like filmed in the 70s. So I appreciate that, but at the same time, because I'm not really a big fan of how the 70s films look and how like some of the camera movements are like really 70s, because I'm not a big fan of that. I thought, yeah, it was a bit cheesy at times. So I can appreciate it and I think it makes sense, but it's just not really my taste. But I think what really hurts this film is when it is being released, because this one is really similar to Immaculate. This might be a bit spoilery for Immaculate, so sorry, but I think this is not great for this film, because both films have a similar concept and similar theme, similar storyline, and personally I just think Immaculate is way better than this one. And because this is coming out 1 week or 2 weeks after Immaculate, at least here in Portugal it's coming out 1 week after Immaculate, the comparisons are going to be guaranteed. People, if you've seen both films, you're going to compare one another, and it's just unfortunate that this one came out after Immaculate, because I think Immaculate did all these things but better. And yeah, as far as the acting goes, as I said, I was pretty excited about Nell Tiger-Free, and I think she's amazing. She fits perfectly in this world, and I don't know, there's something about her look that just fits horror movies and horror TV shows. So I hope she does more, and she does pretty well here. But my favorite thing about the film are the horror visuals. There are quite a few like gory moments, and it's not just little gore, it's like full on like really explicit gore. Some of those like scenes are pretty shocking, and I like that. I like that they weren't scared to go there. Yeah, there are at least one scene that was shocking. I wasn't expecting that at all. But yeah, there are a ton of gory moments, which I liked, and I liked how they looked. They didn't really look practical, but they could be, and could be just enhanced with CGI. I don't know, but still I liked it, and it was pretty shocking at times. At the end of the day, I don't think this is a bad film. I just think it got a bad timing for its release. There's another film that looks exactly like this one, and because the other film was mostly well received, I think people will compare them a lot, and I just don't think this one is as good as Immaculate. And even though I did really like the gore and the shocking moments in this film, they aren't enough to make me love the film. I still enjoyed it, but it's not really a standout this year, unfortunately. I liked a few scenes, like really liked them, but overall, it's one that I would probably skip, and I would maybe rewatch Immaculate because I think it does all of these better. Post that, let's get to my scores. So overall, I'm gonna give the film a 2.5 out of 5, like middle of the road, because I don't think it's a bad film. Yeah, it's just unfortunate that it's coming out right now, and it just has a pretty like basic premise, and yeah, it's, to me, it doesn't stand out from all the other horror movies that I've seen. Not in a good way or a bad way, because this could be like really bad and you remember those films more than the ones that are in the middle. But if you like the other Omen films, and yeah, if you just want to check out, I don't think it's a bad film and it isn't a total waste of money. But I would say maybe watch it at home and watch Immaculate in the theater. As far as cinematography goes, I also give it a 2.5 out of 5 because I loved, as I said, the gory scenes. Those were great. And I can appreciate like the feel of the film, like looking like it was made in the 70s. But that's not really my style, so I can give it a higher score. And originality, I'm gonna give it a 1 out of 5 because this is so similar to Immaculate. I just can't give it a higher score when it comes to originality. It's basically the same thing, and the film doesn't even do it better because they could be really similar and this one being better or doing something that it's majorly different, but it isn't the case, and the things that they do differently, I don't think they are the best. So yeah, I just can't. So yeah guys, these are my thoughts on the first Omen. Unfortunately, I didn't really love it. I thought it was fine, as I said, but because I really enjoyed Immaculate, I just couldn't like fully enjoy this one. They are way too similar, and the other one to me is way better. But if you've seen the first Omen and if you've seen Immaculate as well, let me know in the comments which one you prefer. Overall, let me know how you felt about the first Omen, if you've seen it already. If you haven't, let me know if you are planning on watching it. I don't know if I'm gonna watch the original just because I'm not a huge fan of the 70s, in the 70s like look of films. But yeah, tell me if you think it's worth it, and I might do it, but because I've seen this one and this one transitions to the 70s, the first one, I don't know. But yeah, let me know everything in the comments. And yeah, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!